What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to the Jazz Avengers. Yes, indeed, the Jazz Avengers fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Home Gnome, and this is actually Home Gnome's prioritized request for the month of July for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Home Gnome. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Home Gnome wanted to see me react to this is the Jazz Avengers with their rendition of the Average White Band song, Pick Up the Pieces.
Bow down, stupid!
Now, have I heard the song before? Full disclosure, yes. Yes, I have. I cannot imagine there are too many people that have not heard this song before. This song has been used everywhere. I mean, it's been used in movies, television shows, commercials, ad campaigns, sporting events. It's been used in sports venues, during games of all different types. I think it's been used in video games. I'm not 100% sure about that, but everything else, I'm 100% positive. And I'm not talking about no-name movies, man. It's been used in blockbusters. So, no, I know for a fact I've heard this song before. Now, having said that, I've never heard the Jazz Avengers cover the song. So, full transparency here, not trying to hide anything. I've heard the song before, so I will not be reacting to, evaluating, or scoring the original song in any way. I will only be reacting to, evaluating, and scoring what the Jazz Avengers do with the song. This cover. So, just putting it all out there, that way there's no confusion. And nobody can accuse me going, oh, you've heard this song before, you're lying. No, I'm not lying. I straight up said I've heard the song before. So, there's that. Let's see. This was posted by the Jazz Avengers. Surprise, surprise. And the video has 491,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The Jazz Avengers, Pick Up the Pieces. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this!
no places I need to pause. Okay, first things first. Are they doing the song justice? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't even miss the trumpets. Don't even miss the trombone. You don't even miss it.
I like it!
4 sax players covering all the parts, man. It sounds good. I like it. Rhythm section is just down pat. Keyboards, guitar, bass, drums, all locked in. All in the groove. Yes, love everything about it. My only gripe, the soprano sax. It needs to come up in the mix a little bit, especially when she does her lead line, when she's taken over and she takes the lead. I don't know what's happening there. I don't know if it's a mix issue. It might be her playing. But the thing is, like, when the 4 of them play together, you hear her just fine. So maybe it's her. It's possible. But yeah, the soprano sax just, it needs. Hi. Man to everybody. When she does take the lead, though, I don't know. Maybe she just needs to support more. Maybe it's possible, but it's a little thinned out when she takes the lead. Other than that, though, everything else, no complaints. Loving everything else that's happening. Let's keep going here. That's the way. See, it's a little hard to hear her comparatively to everyone else. Oh, the ox jumps. Nice. Nice. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I already have a score in my head. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was the Jazz Avengers with their rendition of the Average White Band tune, Pick Up the Pieces. This was a request from Home Gnome, and this was actually Home Gnome's prioritized request for the month of July for being a Silver Tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Home Gnome. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, before I get my score, I just need to reiterate what I said at the very beginning. Have I heard the song before? Yes, listen, I cannot imagine that there are too many people who have not heard this song before. This song has been used in movies, television shows, commercials, ad campaigns. It's got a ton of radio play. think it's been used in video games, if I'm not mistaken. I think it has. No, it's been used everywhere. I mean, and we're not even talking a little no-name movie. Like, let me see. It was Iron Man 2, I think this was actually used in. It's been used in blockbuster movies, guys, so I can't imagine too many people have not heard this song. So I've heard the song, clearly, okay? So it's very hard for me to sit here and say, you know, I haven't heard the song when I have. So I'm not taking the song itself into account here in any way, shape, or form. I will only be basing my evaluation of my score completely on the cover, because it is a cover, that the Jazz Avengers do with how the direction that they take the song. Was it a carbon copy cover? Did they take it a different direction? Did they put their own little spin on it? We're going to talk about all of that, I promise. Okay, but I just want to have full transparency with you guys. I've heard the song before. I said that at the beginning. So there you go.
And that, my friends, is called integrity.
Now, having said that, let's get to the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.6. Yep, 8.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.6. What does that mean? Well, an 8.6 will translate to a great scale rating, so I think they did a great job with this cover. I would give that 4 to 5 stars and an A letter grade. Yeah, an A, not an A minus, an A. So there you go, an 8.6, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did I come up with this score? So glad you asked. Okay, look, for a cover from a song by the Average White Band, probably the biggest hit Average White Band ever had. They stayed very true to the original. They really did. They didn't take it in any different direction. They didn't go out in the left field with it. They stayed very true to the original. Now, having said that, though, Average White Band had trumpets. They had trombone. They had sax. Yeah, they had saxes, but they had other instruments as well. And these ladies took those other instruments and applied just the 4 saxophones to it. And I gotta say, it sounded pretty darn good. It really did, man. It sounded great, as a matter of fact. I thought to myself when I heard that they were going to be doing this and this was requested by Honum, I remember thinking to myself, it's 4 saxophones. We're going to miss the trumpet sound. We're going to miss the brightness of the trumpets and the depth of the trombone. No, we didn't. It was all covered. And I didn't miss a thing. It sounded just fine. Big shout out to the rhythm section on this. Man, they were tight with this one. The guitar, in particular, during the solo section where you hear the guitar player go and start using the wah, that part with the wah, man, that was good. Nice and tight, and everybody stayed right together. Didn't let the wah become a distraction, just an addition. And that's how effects should be. The effects should not be a distraction. The effects should not take away from the overall performance and become the center of attention. No, they should just be used to enhance what's naturally happening, and they absolutely used it in that respect. Bass player and drummer absolutely locked in together, tight. Even when she was doing the popping and slapping little solo section that she got there, still locked in. You'd be amazed how many bass players, when they get a little solo section, they lose sight of being locked in with the drummer because they're focusing on their solo and what they're doing. You'd be amazed how many bass players do that. She did not. She stayed right locked in with the drummer, and I loved hearing that, and I loved seeing it. Keyboard did a fine job. No issue with her whatsoever. Everything that she did to felt sound was complementary to what was happening with the guitar. I liked it. I liked everything about it. The rhythm section did a fine job. The saxophones, okay. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for tenor sax. I loved what she did. When she did the octave jumps, especially when, you know, and really getting that honk on the lower note, man. God, that was good. Felt nice, felt good. I loved everything about it. The 2 altos, it seems to be like only the alto on stage left was doing all of the solos. It didn't look like the alto on stage on the right side got any solos at all, which I found a little confusing, but It's fine, whatever. Maybe she'll get a spotlight, in some other song. My only gripe was the soprano sax. And it's not because of anything that she was doing wrong from a notational standpoint. It was just, I don't know. I don't know if it's her or if it was FOH. Didn't have the levels right. Like, in the first song I did a reaction to, I believe it was from the same show, if I remember correctly, her mix was fine. So why is it with this song, whenever she would take a solo line, she was down in the mix? Like, sometimes it was a little hard to hear her. I don't know if that's because of an FOH issue or just her approach. I don't know. I want to believe. It was FOH. So I don't know where to put the blame on that, but there were times where she was a little hard to hear, especially when she was doing and taking the lead, and I'm sitting there going, why am I having to strain to hear her? Now, that's kind of weird.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't get it either.
No, but I mean, overall, though, she did a fine job. That was my only gripe, was every once in a while, it was tough to hear her. And I don't know where to put the blame. Like I said, I want to put it on FOH. That's where I want to put the blame. But I don't know if that's where the blame should really go. Maybe she just wasn't supporting. I find that hard to believe, especially in the other song that I did a reaction to, she was supporting just fine. So, I don't know. That's a tough call. But did that affect the score? It did, but it didn't affect the score that much. We're literally talking about maybe a 0.1, possibly a 0.2 difference, okay? So it's not that big of a deal. Now, overall, I think they did a great job covering this. I really do. And like I said, didn't miss the trumpets, didn't miss the trombone at all. Everything was covered. And that's really cool with 4 saxons. So that was nice. It was very nice to hear. I absolutely enjoyed listening to this. And I think they did the cover justice. I really do. So yeah, an 8.6, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got an 8.6, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.